Alright, was that an intro or what was that? I don't even know, man. But I'm back. You're back. Thank you for being here, first of all. Let's talk about a band called Nothing More. Man, I saw them live 10 years and a month ago. It was here in my hometown too, because they're from here. They're from San Antonio, Texas, and they play. This was the best rock performance. I don't know. Are they metal? Are they new metal or rock or new rock? What are they? I have no idea what they are. But I think they're classified as, I don't know, man, pre-metal, borderline metal, something like that, or just rock. Let's just call them rock, okay? Just for the sake of keeping things simple. If I'm wrong, just let me know in the comments. I'm trying not to get canceled by or excommunicated by the metal and rock community today. I want to get excommunicated at a later time. Now's not the time. But I just want to talk about the band, man. I saw them for the first time 10 years and a month ago at Oysterbeke. If you don't know, Oysterbeke is a festival hosted by a small liberal arts university called St. Mary's University. And it's been going on for at least 100 years or so. And I've been going to this since probably like 2010 or something. They played it in 2014. I was watching it early. I was watching some of the videos back when I saw them on YouTube that someone else recorded before I turned on this camera, just so I can like look back. I was like, dang, this was a cool band. So for those who don't know, Nothing More is at least back then when I saw them, I haven't seen them since then, but back then they had this crazy, super crazy bass solo. And it was the bassist, but he had a team. He had an army like getting hands-on with that bass guitar. So the bass guitar, you know what? Let's pull it up. Let's pull it up real quick here. I was going to just talk about it, but I was actually, I was on YouTube earlier. So let's go back here. I had the video ready and everything, but yeah, here we are. So again, this was what? Yeah, 2014, April 12th. So it was a long time ago too. Let me listen to this. And this was okay, so just to get things into perspective, this was an early band for that, it's a festival, so they have their own stages. They got like a hip hop stage and a rock stage and etc. This was the rock stage, and they were obviously during the daytime. And there's probably like 5 or 6 bands that perform throughout the day. They start like at 12, and then they finish off around 11 or so. So there's a decent amount of bands. Again, it's a small university. It's not like a music festival per se. It's more just like a fiesta type thing. It's more of just like you go for the food, you go for the music, I guess. It's not a music festival. It's just a festival. But they were early on, and I just showed up. I was walking in because I've been to this thing at least like 4 or 5 times throughout my life. It was nothing new at that point. But when I walked, I was like, all right, let's go check out the rock stage, show up, and then I see this going on. Like, so this guy right here, that's the singer, Johnny Hawkins. And they got this contraption thing going on with the bass guitar. That's the bassist on this side over here. And then what's going on over here? All hands on deck, just like on this guitar, being manhandled. I loved it, man. This was the first time I've ever seen anything like this, and probably the last time I ever will. Let me pause right there. And then the guitarist, he's got drumsticks, and if you didn't see, he's got drumsticks, and he's strumming, he's slapping that bass with drumsticks. This was new to me. See right there? And then the effects going on too, man. I'm just like, dude, these guys are onto something cool, man. So I was there, man. That's crazy. it was definitely a highlight. It was definitely a highlight for me at least, you know. And if you've seen them too, like before and after this performance, you know what I'm talking about. Like I'm not alone in this experience. It's crazy, bro. Okay, so you get the idea, right? So they're experimental. They're super cool. You know, I don't know who the headliner that night was. It could have been like Chevelle or Skillet or POD or someone like a butt rock type band that's made it. You know, they've been around since probably like the '90s or whatever, or like late '80s. But this was the first time I saw this band, and I've been hooked. Their song Mr. MTV too, which we'll talk about in a little bit. But first, I want to get back to the video while you're here. The new song that just came out, Nothing More, featuring David Draiman, Angel Song. I'd never heard it before. I was going to do a different review of a different song, and then I saw, I think it was the singer, Johnny Hawkins, or I think it was the band that posted, like they just released a song today. So that's what I'm doing it. I've never heard the song. I've never seen the video. So I'm going to give you like an authentic type reaction. And I'm very excited for it too. So let's go check it out together. Although I did read the lyrics, I cheated a little bit because they're so dark and deep, and it's just like, I don't know. It's so intellectually difficult to understand what they're saying. But after you read it a couple times, and I'll get into it, like it makes sense now. Knowing who the band is too. Like knowing what kind of songs that they write or they have written in the past, like Mr. MTV, it's gonna add up. But let's get into it. I'm excited. I haven't heard the song, man. That's creepy. That whole like melody, and then got that burning. What was it, like a TV or something going on there? I'm sure it'll make sense in a second. You can't deny you got that feeling in your bones. Ready to go? Are you ready to go? From east to west to LAX to Tokyo, don't you know? No. Sorry, I want to say something. Is that Bon Jovi? All right, that's it. But that's cool though. I like how he's wearing that. I haven't seen that since. Well, I wasn't around for Bon Jovi, but if I were, it would be then. But yeah. Like angels, out of the dark and into a dream. Come all ye faithful, light up the sky for all to see. We're falling like angels. So it's kind of groovy. It's got a groovy tune. It's got a Halloween type theme to it too. Not the video per se, but the song, man. It's got like this kind of not scary, but just kind of like a disturbing type sound to it. I'm about it. The man, dude. Oh. But we get in the way. Won't take no shit, won't be no bitch, not one more inch, not today. We're not going away. Falling like angels, out of the dark and into a dream. Come on, you faithful, light up the sky for So that was cool, man. I'm still having difficulty to kind of figuring out what that thing was. Was it like a robot, or was it, I don't know, like something evil? Can't tell you. Maybe something AI. Um, but once I do figure it out, I'm sure it'll be cool. I'm excited to figure that out, and I'm gonna Google that later on. But I did read the lyrics in advance, and I just want to go over that because it's gonna correlate with who they are, and from what I know them of. Um, yeah, so the lyrics go, and I'll read it real quickly here. Hey, 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 hey. You can't deny you got that feeling in your bones, ready to go. Are you ready to go? From east to west, through LAX to Tokyo. Don't know. Don't you know? No, no. Falling like angels out of the dark and into a dream. Come all you faithful, light up the sky for all you to see. We're falling like angels. Hey, hey, couple more hays. Uh, they try to own us and control us so we don't get in the way, but we get in the way. Won't take no shit. Won't be no bitch. Just reading the lyrics. Not one more inch. That's what she said. Not today. No, we're not going away. Falling like angels out of the dark and into a dream. Come all you faithful. Light up the sky for all you to see. We're falling. And then the guitar solo comes in. And then again, back with the chorus, out of the dark and into a dream. Come all you faithful, light up the sky for all to see. We're falling like angels, like angels. So I think what they're trying to say here is kind of I mean, I can only speak for the Western world, but I think it's trying to say that we're being controlled by whoever, the government, society, corporations or something. You know, it's kind of vague. It is vague, but I think there is that higher message going into it. Again, I had to read it like at least 2 or 3 times just to kind of, get some kind of grasp on it. Not a whole grasp, but like a little grasp on it. I'm sure the 3 fingers will come in later on, but for now, I'm ready to rock and roll with those 2 fingers. But that's it, dude. Like, and it makes a lot of sense. They're into that, to my understanding. In the past, they have this song called Mr. MTV, which is my favorite song by the band, by the way. And it goes, I'm going to read the lyrics too, just real vaguely, or real quickly. Free drugs, cheap sex, fake tans, big breasts. It's talking about the Western world and what kind of what traps we fall into to find a happiness, to fill in this void for what a true meaning of happiness will look like for you. Going back to the lyrics, high times, pimped rides, lost days to blackout nights. I need this, I need that. I'm not complete with what I have. If I do this, if I buy that, I'll get mine, I'll get mine. I want, I want, I want. Empty me, empty nation, emptied us of inspiration. Reading the lyrics, bastard sons and broken daughters all bound down to corporate father. And then it goes on a little bit more about that, but that'll give you the understanding of where this band kind of stands on inspiration, and it makes sense. It kind of correlates a whole lot. So I'm not surprised, but I'm surprised with the melody of this song. It's very different, but it was nonetheless, it was cool. David Draiman. Okay, who's a fan of Guitar Hero 3? I mean, I am. That was my introduction to this band, honestly, to Disturbed. I think it was either that or Down with the Sickness. Like, it was one or the other, and I think it is for a lot of people. It was either a Stricken or Down with the Sickness, but that's that band. And there's a couple of y'all who don't know, who are just watching this today, who have no idea what I'm talking about. For some reason, you're watching this video, you're like 10 minutes in, you're like, who are these 2 bands? And I will show you the most popular song that they got. This is what they are known for, and you have heard it. If you're saying you don't, you're lying. That's Disturbed in a nutshell. You've heard it. Okay, so for them to join on this band again, I saw them I saw Nothing More 10 years ago in my hometown, from their hometown, and then for them to rise up the ranks, I guess, with this band Disturbed, that's what very popular, has been popular, and will always be popular. That is cool. That's obviously cool. I'm super cool with that. And for me to know people that know the band, not Disturbed, but to know Nothing More, for whether it's personal or business purposes, I don't know. Like I said, it feels like a small world. That's all I gotta say. But that's it. I was gonna do a different song, but man, they released this today, and I don't know. I just had to do it. But that is all, guys. Hopefully, you found this a little bit entertaining. If you didn't, that's okay. I'm just doing this for fun. This is not to be taken seriously at all. This is my second reaction video ever, and so I'm still kind of learning the ropes. But if you want to see more, please just message me, comment, or whatever you got. I think it was misleading on the last video. I did a Post Malone song, and everyone thought I was doing like hip hop. I probably will do a hip hop video again. Don't get me wrong, but I'm starting to cater to the metal scene and rock scene a little bit more. That's kind of like the music I play. So hopefully you're not too disturbed on that idea. But with that said, guys, thank you so much for being here. I will be back in a week or so with another video. It's not like I'm forcing myself to make these, but it just comes up, bro. Like, I want to do it. Like, when something comes up, I just want to do it. And so far, it's been weekly. It's probably going to be weekly going on forward. So, thank you, guys. Love you. Bye. Oh, wow.